Hi. It's the 1st of May 2026. Thought probably the best day to do a video, because it's the 1st of May. Don't know if you want to say it's like mid-spring, start of the summer really, but it's a lovely day. Nights have been cold. Garden's a little behind schedule, I think, on some things, but the majority, such as like if you look down here, fruit trees and the soft fruits, they've all started to come out. Just show you around as I would normally. I've don't know what I can see and cannot see, but you've got the wicker well, I don't even know what I call it, like a trellis essentially going over the water feature. I've got to get my brain together. I do apologise. I've literally been up a couple of hours now, but I've been doing night shifts. Wow, early shifts, so I have to wake up at 1:30 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. But other than that, back to the garden. So yeah, so I've put up all of my wigwams. We are using these to grow potatoes in. So potato plants in the base somewhere. And the intention is as it grows and it produces a stem, as it keeps growing, just keep increasing the compost and add the straw around the outside. And then hopefully potato keeps growing up and you just keep filling up the edges and adding more compost. And then you get a larger yield, one hopes, of potatoes. Around the edge we've got sweet peas, ones that the mice didn't eat. That was frustrating. We've built this as well with the intention things like squashes can hopefully grow up and around it. I've already put some peas and things in there, hanging it just in here to get some sunshine. I think that's wormwood. I decided this year I'd go with a lot more like medicinal herbs and flowers. Like, so for example, well, we'll come to it in a minute. I've got asparagus. This is the 3rd year now. I mean, I'm torn. I mean, I've only got 2 stalks. Apparently if you cut it, it will produce more, but also I'm thinking, well, doesn't that just stress out the plant? I might leave it for the next year and then hopefully it should produce more. I need to look into it, because if you think it's taken 3 years to get to that stage, it's quite crazy, really. Yeah, like next to it we've got the beginnings of cabbages. There's marigolds. I've interwoven the cabbages with marigolds just to deter other pests. Got further on, if you can see, I'll have to walk down, the camera's not the greatest, we've got dwarf beans and bush beans, such as this one here, if you can see. Strawberries that I've just left from last year, with the intention they're more like a cover crop. Stops the weeds growing where I don't really want them, right? And if something feels peckish, instead of eating all the vegetables, we can have a strawberry. Probably won't work like that, but in my mind, that's how it should work. So I'm gonna weave between the canes. There's a lot of garlic and leeks from last year that are poking through. I mean, this is a perfect example of what I'm trying to do here. So I've got my sunflower, sweet corn around the edge, and then in each of the corners of the cane there is a different type of bean variety. So shall see how that goes. It's been very windy over the last couple of days, so I put all the sunflowers except this one here, but as you can see there, under cloches, I say a cloche, it's a big water bottle that I've cut the bottom off. The pond, you can see, like, as in, it's dropped dramatically. So even though we had all of that rain at the beginning of the year, it has slowly but surely been drying back up again, which is frustrating because I have more water than I did last year, but I still do not. If it's going to be anything like what it was like last year, I'm not going to have enough. especially because I've planted more things out, or I intend to plant more things out for this year. Oh, here's what I was saying with regards to medicinal things. So this is Angelica. So I think this is the 3rd year now. So it only lives 2 to 3 years usually. I could have cut off all of the seed, and it would have maybe stretched for another year, because it would then go, oh no, no reproduction this year. I'll have to come back to do it again next year. But my intention is to let it go to seed, keep the seeds, because then it's used to my allotment site. And then the root system is what they use to like flavor chartreuse and other, I think, like, is it Angosturas? Definitely a lot of like herbal type of liqueurs. I'm trying to think, there's a couple of others, but the names are escaping me at the moment. But either way, so yeah, the roots can be used like that. I mean, previously I did a video a few years ago where we turned the stems into the candy. Oh, don't want to shake it too much. So, trees have now come out of blossom, and they're now starting to leaf. Over here, I was going to, once again, more potatoes. This one's empty, but under there you can see straw on the outside. Hopefully the potatoes will grow in. I tried growing them in a really big pot last year. Well, I'll show you. Well, these. Tried growing it in these. And I really didn't get that. I got lots of little potatoes, but not really that many, like, hardy big potatoes. And I think it's because there's not enough. Well, I put 5 plants in there, so maybe too much. It's not a small space, but too much competition. What I was planning to do though was one of them drill holes into the side like a strawberry planter, and then put the potatoes into the sides, and then see if that makes a difference. But we'll see. The other pond that we've got doing okay. I don't know if you can see. I planted herbs around the outside last year, so you got like sorrel over there. We've got some sage. We have some thyme. I couldn't tell you what the other ones are. I think the majority of the other ones are actually weeds that I need to pull out, but as I'm not used to seeing what they look like, I've let them grow for a bit. As I've got nothing to replace them, they might as well stay there for the moment, and I'll just dig them out later. Well, this catastrophe here was where last year I started trying to do the foundations for my greenhouse, and it's all gone a bit lopsided, so I'm gonna move all of it out. But I really need the rain, because the ground, when I tried doing this last year, I was using a sledgehammer on top of the shovel just to get into the ground. I can't do that again, it's back-breaking. So get some rain. When the ground softens a bit, have a go. I might have to leave it again until the winter time, but everything was a bit up in the air this last year, so that's why it didn't really get done. But I think we're all good now. The work situation has resolved itself, which is good to know. Oh yeah, so I've pinned back. I've got the rose. I think this is a clematis, and another rose. Over here, something I planted in the ground hasn't done well, but hey ho. But we do have the beginnings of a hop plant. Now I did grow it. I've had that hop plant for, well, since I had the pub. So just trying to think, when did I buy that? So it's got to be at least 4 years old, but it's been in a container, not doing anything, like literally just a little stub every year. And it didn't do very well last year, but it's good to see it's growing. If you compare that one stem to, here's the other hop plant that's now grabbed a hold of my neighbour's plant and used that to climb up. Well, yeah, my neighbour's plant kind of comes over mine, but I'm not too upset with that, because it's a pretty plant. Till it starts infringing on anything I want to put there, but it's not at the moment, so no need to complain. Forgive the mess. The grapevine's doing really well, bearing in mind I got given the roots of this when I first moved in, so we shall see. The evergreen, I think it's what, Mediterranean holly. That's not holly, ivy. Holly and the ivy, that's what came to my head then. Yeah, that's doing well. That's climbing up over the fence, over the shed, which I'm hoping for. Like I said, forgive me, a little tired. I've got a thornless bramble's not the word. Thornless blackberry. Yeah, that's doing okay. Some more fruit trees all coming along. In between them, I've got like the climbing plants, because the fence, I had the fence up. That fence was all the way to the top, and the wind blew it off, so that's why it's been cut. And then the idea being, well, put that up, and then things can grow up it. Another thornless berry there. So this is the worst part of the garden because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with it as yet. But then again, you know, this is the start of the third year. Considering this was all just grass not too long ago, I'm not too disappointed. And it takes time to get stuff done, especially when you're by yourself and budgeting. So I filled this up this year, made a retainer wall. So instead of it just being like a clay base that basically everything was running on. Now I did do a guttering system and a French drain at the end, so when all that excess water would come, it was kind of funneled off into that pond. But I thought, if I want to grow lots of like medicinal plants, that's probably a really good place to plant them. If I need to dig them out to overwinter them, I can put them back inside the, well, I was going to say the polytunnel, but probably if I get the glass house, I'll figure a way of getting some kind of form of heat in the winter time. Still got to figure that one out. Probably a solar panel and a battery, but we shall see. Anyway, yeah, not really much to say because it's so early in the season, and because it's been so cold at night, a lot of the stuff that I did plant out, well, yeah, like in the polytunnel, I'll show you, a lot of the stuff that I had planned to go didn't make it. So what we do have though, we've got cucumbers, we've got some squashes, lots of different varieties of tomato. I mean, I've got things like Irish cherry vine. There's the Amish bush tomato. We have got Italian, just like a big salad tomato. There's a lot going on in regards to that. And then, only thing I haven't had much luck with, and I was really sad, is that I had some padron peppers. I've got 2 plants that are kind of okay. The rest got too much heat, and you wouldn't think it would. Too much heat. What else have I got? I've got some peppers that are coming along, but they're still, bearing in mind I planted a lot of this stuff out in early March. Swadavia, or sweet pepper. So I think that's a Russian sweet pepper. It's come to me. We've got purple peppers, longhorn chilies. We've got licorice growing, marshmallow. We've got some yarrow. Tried to grow some meadow sweet, but that's not come out well. And then we've got like actual, I've never really grown many flowers, so I thought I'd do some flowers this year. So echinacea, once again, that's also medicinal. There's we've got woad, which is like a dye that they used in the medieval times. I've got sweet potatoes. That's completely different. I just seen that I've got sweet potatoes. We got is it zinnia? I've got some cosmos. So there's a few things. But yeah, Sweet corn, that's the main thing this year. Badgers keep eating the sweet corn, which is sad to say the least. You spend so much time trying to like nurture them from this stage, see them growing, just to come back and see an ear of corn completely eaten. Like, I mean, yes, I'm keeping the badgers alive. I suppose that's a good thing. At the same time, but then again, what else are they going to have? We seem to destroy everything in their environment. We'll run them over. Anyway, before I take a deep and dark path, there we go. I'm sure I'll do another video later on in the season, but that's where we stand at the moment. So we shall go from there.